All right, so we are going to solve systems by graphing. We just did graphing last time, but we're going to kind of review that while we're talking about systems. So we need to remember what a system is. So you should have this sheet in front of you and writing on it at the same time as me. The solution, the solution to a system of equations is where their graphs intersect. So where they touch, okay? Because that is the ordered pair that satisfies both equations. So if it's a system, you should have at least two equations. You should have at least two equations, and where they intersect is the solution. Okay. So you can have a graph that only has one solution. So that means the two lines would intersect only one time. Okay. So if they are like this, that right there would be my solution. They would only have one solution, is where the two lines intersect. Okay. Copy that down on your graph. You could also have it where it is no solution. For it to be no solution, that means that the two graphs can never touch. Never, ever, ever touch. So they would have to be parallel. So if you had two lines that were parallel, then it would be no solutions because they do not intersect. All right. Just so this could be a little bit more accurate, I'm going to put these little arrows, which means they are parallel. Okay. Never intersect. And then you can have infinite solutions. The other one you can have is infinite. Just like the word sounds, like infinity, a whole bunch, a lot. It never stops. Infinite solutions. And you can fix this in your box. It's just harder for me to write on this screen and fit it on the box. So for infinite solutions means I have one line. And then when I graph the second line, it's going to be right on top of the first line. So it keeps intersecting the whole time. Okay, so that means I'm going to have infinite solutions. Infinite solutions. Okay, you can pause there if you need to finish copying that down. All right, so again, we just did graphing. So we're going to find the solution by graphing. It's other ways you can find it, and you have been taught that, but we're just going to review graphing. Okay. All right, so remember, the first thing you're going to do is identify the y-intercept, which is your b. So if you have an equation that's y equals mx plus b, and if it's not y equals mx plus b already, you need to make it y equals mx plus b. The b is the number by itself, okay? B is the number by itself. So let's look at these two examples here. We have an equation y equals 5 over 2x minus 1. The b would be that minus 1. I'm going to change the color. And then on this one, you have y equals 7 over 2x minus 3. So the b would be the minus 3, the number that's by itself. Okay. The second step is you need to identify your m. Remember, your m is the number that's connected to the x, okay? All right, so, and it's your slope. So if it isn't a fraction, then you need to put that m over 1. If it is a fraction, then leave it alone. Remember, the top tells you if you're going to go up. If the number is positive, you're going to go up. If the number is negative, that means you're going to go down. The denominator, the bottom number, tells you if you're going to go to the right if it's positive, and to the left if it's negative, okay? All right, so now let's look at these two examples we have. So we have 5 over 2. So the top number is positive, so it's telling me to go up. The bottom number is positive as well, so it is telling me to go to the right. All right, so I'm going to start at B, which is -1 on the y-axis because it is the y-intercept, and make a point. Then I'm going to go up 5 and to the right 2. Up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 1, 2. And then if you want your line to be a little straighter, you'll do it again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and over 1, 2. Again, I'm doing this on the computer with my finger, so my line might not be that straight. We're going to try to make it straight, okay? All right, then on the second equation, my slope or my m is 7/2, so I'm going to have 7/2, which is telling me to go up because the top number, the numerator, is positive, and the bottom number, the denominator, is also positive, so I'm going to the right 2. So I'm going to start at -3, make a point there, and then I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and over 1, 2. Look, I already found the intersection. They both have this same point, okay? So then I'm going to try to draw my line straight again. Remember, I'm doing this with my finger, so it's a little crooked. But I already know the intersection. That's my solution right there. So my answer to this one would be at 2, 4. 2, 4. That would be my answer, okay? And that is it. We're going to do one more example together. And the IXL assignment you're doing goes with this, okay? So this is just a snip from the IXL assignment. So we're going to look at the first one. We have y equals 2x minus 2. So our b is the number by itself. So it is -2. So that means we're going to start at -2. Then my m is the number in front of the x. So my m equals 2/1. So that's telling me to go up 2 and to the right 1. So right here, I will go up 2 and to the right 1. And again, since I'm doing this with my finger, I'm going to do more than 1 point just so I can kind of keep my line as straight as possible. So up 2/1. Up 2, 1, 2/1. Okay, so my line would do something like that. Again, on your paper, it should be a little bit straighter than mine, okay? All right, so then we have the next point, which is x equals 4. Now, this one doesn't say y equals mx plus b. It says x equals 4. So guess what x is going to equal? 4. So I'm going to go to the x-axis and go to 4. And on this line, I need x to always equal 4. So right here, this is 4, 1. So that means my x is still 4. 4, 2. So my x is still 4. 4, 3. So that means my line is going to just be a straight line down, a vertical line. So that means my solution is right here. I'm going to use a different color just so you can see. My solution is right here. So that means my solution is at 4, 6. So down here where it says solution, I will put in 4, 6. So when you're graphing it on IXL, you need to push the point that push the line that you are graphing, and then when you're done graphing that one, push the other one that you're graphing, and then you would put the solution at the bottom. Okay. All right. So now you should be working on your IXL assignment.